Boss bitch, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Terrorist Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And what are you looking at right now? You're looking at a flight card reading, which I'm going to get ready to start doing every week now for each zodiac sign, so you can know what's actually going on with you esoterically as far as your spirit nature. Now, for the most part, the reason why you're looking at a regular card deck other than a tarot card deck is because once we starting to get into things like divination, now look, y'all know me, I don't like to attach anything to any kind of religious aspects or natures. So for the most part, there's no right or wrong when we start to talk about divination or tarot cards versus regular cards decks. Y'all know me, I just like to talk about what we're actually doing. So as long as we know what we're actually doing, it's all fair game. So for the most part, me personally, the reason why I'm using a regular card deck, because I like to get to the energies with the most clarity as possible. You know what I'm saying? With no filtering system. Therefore, you're just getting the numbers and the signs as far as the diamonds, clubs, hearts, and spades, and the jokers. Therefore, the reason why I said with no filtering system is because when you're dealing with tarot cards, you actually have to filter the energy through an image or a picture or a certain story that's made out of the picture. Therefore, you have to utilize the deities that created those imageries in order to access the energy that you're receiving from it. Now, like I said, once again, that's nothing more, nothing less. You can do that with a crystal ball. There's nothing wrong or right about it. I'm just saying we have to understand what we're actually doing in the first place. And that's why, me personally, I'm using a regular card deck. Now, I'm going to break down how this actually works. So let me break down the system in general. Now, the reason why I'm utilizing two jokers, because when you utilize a card deck that has 54 cards in it, this is correlated to wisdom. It represents wisdom, knowledge in some way, shape, or form. Because when you're utilizing a numerology, right, 5 plus 4 equals 9. So for the most part, 9 is the highest number or the lowest number, or however you want to correlate it. But that's dealing with wisdom and knowledge, alpha, omega, small and large, micro, macro, and whatever realm of reality that you're dealing with. Now, for the most part, the big joker is going to represent extreme external events. And anytime you get a small joker, it's going to represent extreme internal events. So these are subconscious or internal things that can happen to you if you receive a small joker. If you receive a big joker, these are going to be large events that happen to you, that happen externally based upon something that you are involved in and an external person, place, or thing bringing this influence to you. So keep that in mind. Now, when we look at the 13 cards, right, for the most part, the 13 cards. Now, the ace is always going to represent the sun. So the ace always represents the one, the neo, which is you, right? And so you separate that, and once you start with 2 through the king, that's the ace traveling through the 12 houses. So for the most part, the science of it is not looked at exactly like the 12 houses, like you would look at the king as far as the 12th house and representing dreams and imaginations. No, it's not built like that. But for the most part, the way the system is built up of 13 cards is they all having their own last supper. So you need to understand, before you do the shuffling, make sure you always have them in order. Make sure you always have the U, which is the ace, the sun, and make sure you always have it in order before you put them, before you all, put them in, before you get ready to shuffle. You see what I'm saying? And then you lay the jokers in after you put them all together. Now, for the most part, we're going to get into what each one represents. Now, the diamond represents a trine, a gift, positivity being brought into your life. The spade represents obstacles, cutting, opposition getting ready to come into your life. The club represents the squares, the learning processes, minor frictions and frustrations that's coming into your life. And the heart represents the sextile, the support. You see what I'm saying? The opportunity that's coming into your life. And the jokers represents the wild cards, which is the big joker represents an extreme external event that's coming, and a small joker represents an extreme internal event, some extreme changes you got to make within yourself in order to see something start to take place in your life that you wanted to. So keep that in mind. Now, getting into each one, right? Now, the ace represents you, which is the sun, right? So this would be your solar plexus. Now, if you get a 2 drawn, that's going to be representing someone else that's in your life, bringing this energy. If a 3 is drawn, that's going to represent your surroundings. If a 4 is drawn, that's going to represent your thoughts. If a 5 is drawn, which is 5D, this is going to represent something's dealing with your emotions. If the 6 is drawn, this is going to represent something that's dealing with your attention, your star quality, or who you're giving your attention to, giving someone else star quality. If it's 7, 7 going to represent your knowledge, some advice that you're going to have to take or give during that time. If it's 8, it's going to be dealing with your time, something you're going to be giving your time and soul to. If it's 9, it's going to be dealing with your ascension, something you're going to be ascending and rising above. If you get a 10, this is going to represent your descension, which means something you're going to fall from grace, fall from a high horse of. If you get a jack thrown down, a jack represents you mean you hit the jackpot in some area of your life. If you get a queen drawn, that means you're going to get grand support coming in some way, shape, or form. And if you get a king drawn, this means you're going to have to give grand support in some way, shape, or form. You see what I'm saying? Now we're going to break down how this flight reading is going to work. See, I like to make videos to let y'all know, because I know there's probably a lot of tarot readers and stuff out there. And you know, shout out to all y'all and stuff out there. But this video is more about how people actually understand how to actually do it. You know what I'm saying? And then basically this video right here is giving people an understanding how I'm actually channeling these energies to come up with my conclusions in the first place. So I don't leave people mind boggled like, damn, where the fuck, you know what I'm saying? How do you come up with that conclusion? All right, now look, this is what the flight readings is going to consist of. They're going to consist of 3 topics and a wild card that's going to be thrown. Now, you're going to have, it's going to be dealing with love matters, business and career matters, home and family matters, and then a wild question, aka why is these things taking place the way that they are taking place. Now, 3 cards is going to be pulled for each matter. So when we get into love matters, 3 cards is going to be pulled for love matters. Business and career matters, 3 cards is going to be pulled for that. Home and career matters, home and family matters, 3 cards is going to be pulled for that. If I ain't say business and career right, yeah, business and career matters, 3 cards are going to be pulled for that. And then we're going to ask the overall question of why this is going on, and 3 cards is going to be pulled for that. You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. And it's going to give you an overall outlook of what's actually going on. So when I do each zodiac sign, right, what's actually going to happen is I channel your actual energy. So I'm going to channel your energy. And how do I do that? I step into the mode of the state of being of the solar plexus that you have came in here. So if you are Aries, right, before I shuffle your cards, I jump into the state of being of Cardinal and Fire and Mars. And therefore, once I got that on my mind, and once I fully indulge myself from my mind and let that fully indulge into my feelings and emotions, then the way that I shuffle the cards and the way that I'm emitting, that those energies are going to pick the cards. You see what I'm saying? For each matter. Same way with the Taurus. I tap into fixed Earth, Venus energy. Once I hone in on that, then I start shuffling. And then those energies pick out the cards. Same way with Gemini. I tap into mutable, air, Mercury. Now, for the most part, you have to be a person who's a sensei, very sensitive to energies, very sensitive to the traits that's going on in this world. So, for the most part, if you're not into any form of astrology, or if you're not into any mysticism or any type of occult or any type of tarot reading, anything of that nature, I wouldn't think that you should be even into this, because for the most part, you do not even know how to receive the energies to even know how to tell somebody what they're actually going through. So you have to be somebody who know how to receive energies in this realm. Now, for the most part, I'm going to do a quick example for people to understand. Now, since I can't really shuffle the way I want to shuffle, because one of my hands is tied up from holding this phone, I'm just going to do it like real quick. So look, like I said, start off everyone in order. Make sure the ace is always at the star, which is you, is always at the bottom. So I'm just going to do a quick one. And then look, put them in order. So once they all in order, the king diamond order, that don't have to be in order and shit like that. You just have to make sure all of the motherfucking things is in order, as far as from ace, hearts. And you see what I'm saying? You see how I got it? All right, now look. Now what you're going to do, once you do that, then you add the jokers. And you could probably add a joker on the bottom and a joker on the top. Joker on the bottom, joker on the top. Then start your shuffling. Now, let's say I'm doing Scorpio right now. Let's say I'm doing Scorpio right now. So right now, when I'm shuffling and the cards is in your hands, well, in my hands, how y'all gonna get to read it? Right now, I'm channeling. Now, right now, look, this is just, I'm freestyling right now. I can't even do a real shuffle, so don't even take this like a real reading. We're gonna get all the real readings out tomorrow. Now, look. Now I'm tapping into the energy. I'm tapping into fix, water, Mars, Pluto right now. So that's what's fixing the cards. That's what's going to pick the cards, that energy. Now we're going to start off with your love matters. So once we start off with your love matters, we got to pick 3 cards from that shuffle. Oh, see, 4 already came out. 4. Let's pick another one. Let's see what's going on with your love matters. Pick another one. Boom. Got an ace. Oh, shit. Something you involved in. Something you done did. Well, what you done did. Now, what you done did. What you done did. Now, look, we shuffled again. And boom, we put another one out. Boom, we got a king. Oh, and this is something that you gonna have to give your grand support from. So off the bat, like I said, ace always represents you, the star. So this is something you involved in. The first card that we pulled up was 4. So this is something dealing with ideas, thoughts, something on your mind or something on somebody else's mind, and you picking up those frequency vibrations. So you're gonna have to balance your masculine and feminine with someone else's masculine and feminine, and understand how to balance these 2 natures out. You see what I'm saying? That's what makes the duality of 4. Now this is what's actually going on. Now this is something that you actually started though, because you are the main character in this, because the ace came out. So what did you actually do? What did you do to spark off these thoughts and ideas and these feelings and emotions that's bouncing back and forth, whether they're negative or positive? But it's the king. See, now you got the king with it. So what does that actually mean, right? Now, when we talk about the actual king, this means you have to give your grand support to something. So when you got 3 cards right here dealing with love matters, right? This is a relationship that you sparked the idea or someone else sparked the idea that involves into you, that you're going to end up having to be the one to push out the grand support. So you then got into a relationship and sparked the ideas and feelings and emotions of a leech, because you're going to have to be the one who give off the grand support of whatever relationship or idea that you involved in, gave off and helped align with. You see what I'm saying? Now look, like I said, this ain't even real. I didn't even get to really shuffle like that. This ain't even, but I'm just giving you an aspect of how the reading is going to play out. And then next we do the business. We pick 3 cards for the business. You see what I'm saying? See what's going on with business and career. Then we pick 3 cards for the home, family, and matters. Home, family, matters. Shout out to Steve Urkel and all them shits, you know what I'm saying? And then we ask the wild card, the wild question. What is the conclusion and what is the outcome of these circumstances and situations? And then that's when we pull out 3 cards for the wild question. You know what I'm saying? After that shuffle. And then this will give you your weekly reading. You see what I'm saying? Now, that was just a quick example for y'all, but like tomorrow, y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna see 12 videos pop up early in the goddamn morning that got fucking Aries through Pisces and what's going on with your motherfucking flight card reading as far as love matters, business and career matters, home and family matters, and goddamn it, what's the overall conclusion to coming to this goddamn shit. So, you know what I'm saying? If you need to watch this video again so you can kind of, because I know I probably should have did how the reading is gonna work first, then explain each card, but for the most part, pardon me, y'all know y'all can get into this and, start to learn how to do this within your own home also, so you can start to see the esoteric outcome and what's actually going on and what kind of frequency vibrations, aka what levels of water that your spirit is traveling through based upon your location and the people, places, and things that you're dealing with at the moment. Flight boss, bitch, goddamn air.